From News Channel 15, you're watching News Channel 15 Tonight with Kyle Peach. This is News Channel 15 Tonight.
Hi, good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kyle Peach. Here's a look at what's going on. The woman charged with killing her husband, Edwards County Circuit Judge Michael Valentine, will remain behind bars pending her trial. Megan Valentine appeared in Edwards County Circuit Court last week to determine if she would be allowed a pretrial release. Prosecutors presented evidence that she had admitted to snapping before the incident and had been researching topics related to DNA on knives and firearms in the days leading up to her husband's death. The prosecution contended that Megan Valentine posed a danger to herself, her family, and the public. Her defense attorney argued that she had not shown signs of suicidal intent while in jail and claimed that she was in an abusive marriage, suggesting that her actions were an act of self-defense. However, the judge determined that Megan Valentine would remain in custody at the White County Jail pending trial. She faces charges including first-degree murder after allegedly shooting and killing her husband, Michael Valentine, on Election Day at their home. A judge from Pulaski County will oversee the court proceedings in the case. The next preliminary hearing has been set for December the 10th. Meanwhile, sentences were handed down last week in Wayne County. WFIW says 62-year-old James Hilliard of Fairfield pled guilty to a charge of DUI and was given a year of court supervision. 24-year-old Mary Jane Sweeten of Flora pled guilty to unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia and was given a year of court supervision. And 41-year-old Wesley Cohn of Fairfield admitted to violating a previous sentence of 18 months of probation on a charge of possession of meth and was given 2 years of probation. And within those 2 years, if Cohn violates that latest probation sentence, he will serve time in jail. 3 sentences were handed down in Lawrence County last week. WAKO says 24-year-old Nathaniel Sipes of Bicknell was sentenced to 20 years in state prison to be followed by up to life on parole on a charge of predatory criminal sexual assault of a child. Sipes was also given 6 years on a charge of possession of child pornography. 48-year-old Thomas Campbell of Lawrenceville was resentenced on a charge of unlawful possession of meth after violating probation. He was resentenced to 5 years behind bars to be followed up to 6 months of parole. And 62-year-old Kelly Newland of Lawrenceville was resentenced on a charge of aggravated battery after violating probation. Newland was resentenced to 4 years in prison to be followed by up to 6 months of parole. Sunday night, Mount Carmel police notified Gibson County law enforcement of a single vehicle accident that had taken place where a truck had struck a utility pole and fled the scene toward Indiana. Later, Gibson County officials were notified of a truck with Illinois tags driving past a dead end into a field on East Warwick Street. 41-year-old Brian McCoy of Mount Carmel was found to be in an extreme state of intoxication and was ultimately taken to the Gibson County Jail, where he is charged with operating a vehicle while intoxicated with endangerment, operating while intoxicated with a blood alcohol content over 0.15, disorderly conduct, leaving the scene of an accident, criminal mischief, and resisting law enforcement. He had a blood alcohol content reportedly of 0.23 on a test given at the hospital in Princeton. Carmi police arrested 37-year-old John Smith of Carmi just before midnight Friday. WRUL says Smith is charged with possession of meth and of a controlled substance, as well as unlawful use of property, unlawful use of a weapon by a felon. In addition, charged with driving while license suspended revoked, possession of cannabis in a vehicle, possession of drug paraphernalia, and was cited for operating a vehicle with suspended registration due to mandatory insurance. And the Wayne County Sheriff's Department Thursday arrested 49-year-old Richard Lee Winter of Addyville, Illinois, on an outstanding Wayne County failure to appear warrant on a charge of meth possession. Winter was booked at the Wayne County Jail and held pending a court appearance. WFIW reports that Wayne County authorities were called to a single vehicle crash Thursday night on Enterprise Road at County Highway 7 north of Fairfield. Deputies say a 2005 Chrysler Sebring driven by 17-year-old Malia McKinney of Flora was southbound on Highway 1 when she attempted to pass another vehicle. The McKinney vehicle got into the gravel on the left side of the road, causing McKinney to lose control. The vehicle continued to swerve, ran off the right side of the road, struck a ditch embankment, and rolled over into a field, coming to rest on its wheels. McKinney and a 15-year-old passenger in the vehicle from Flora were both taken by ambulance to Fairfield Memorial Hospital for treatment of their injuries. Wayne County resident circuit judge Michael Molt has announced he's retiring. Judge Molt was elected to the bench in 2014 and retained in 2020. His last day of service will be November 30th. Molt went on a medical leave in December of 2023 and says he had hoped to continue serving his term, which expires in 2026, but cited health issues as the reason for his retirement. At last week's White County Board meeting, WRUL reports that the county could possibly see a 10% increase in equalized assessed value. However, that isn't set in stone. Supervisor of Assessments Gary Baxley has until June to set that number. The White County Senior Citizen Center reported it remains in a financial bind. Director Vicki Harrelson says the Department of Public on Aging has reduced the grant money the center receives, noting that it runs at about $22,000 deficit each month. With food prices increasing, Harrelson claims the cost of the center to be close to $20,000 a month, and in 2024 they served almost 3,700 people in the county. To try and help, the White County Board agreed to donate $4,500 to the center. In other matters, a new sign will be built in front of the White County Jail, and the White County Housing Authority scored 99% on its recent audit from the Housing and Urban Development Organization, and Grayville Mayor Travis Thompson will be taking a vacant spot on that Housing Authority board. Some good news out of Edwards County. Collier Coffee House, a popular coffee shop in Albion, returned to business, welcoming back customers last week after being closed nearly 7 months due to a devastating fire. Meredith and Justin Miller purchased that building in 2016 and in April received a call informing them of a fire breaking out upstairs in the building, resulting in extensive damage. Despite the destruction, many original elements were preserved, including the sign from Meredith's father, which miraculously survived a tornado in the past. The Millers say they plan to stay open on their regular hours schedule, but a few parts of the renovation are still to be completed. Welcome back to business. More to come. A look at a cold weather forecast for your Thanksgiving weekend straight ahead, and then we'll talk sports. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Andrea Lull from Robinson, Illinois. For my first appointment, I knew I chose the right orthopedic center. The day of surgery went like planned. Registration went smooth, pre-surgery, and the nurse made me feel very comfortable. I'm currently 3 months out of surgery. I don't even feel like I had a total hip replacement, but I am having a much better quality of life with my new hip. WGH, we're going home.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Christmas comes to Mount Carmel, Illinois, Friday, December 6th from 4 to 9 p.m., featuring carriage, train, and Rudolph rides, or take the City Lights Trolley Tour, photo ops, story time with Mrs. Claus, music of the season featuring jazz and dance, make your own take-home ornaments, or enjoy the s'mores making station, even visit Santa himself. And yes, it's all free. So much shopping, food, and family fun at Christmas Uptown, and on Saturday at 5:15 p.m., it's the Lighted Christmas Parade. Download the app at ChristmasUptown.com.
Get Black Friday deals at Steve Faulkner Automotive. New 2024 Ford Expedition up to $10,000 off, and lease a new 2024 Ford Escape as low as $347 a month. See them all at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. It's Black Friday sales all month at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a new 2024 Dodge Hornet, now $12,000 off, and 2024 stylish Dodge Durango, now up to $12,000 off MSRP. Come in and get yours today.
Welcome back. It's time to talk weather. Rain earlier in the day today across the area, at least a little bit. As you see the tail end of that rain, this radar image from earlier this afternoon as that rain was pulling out of the area, associated with a cold front that's going to knock the temperatures back a little bit. And it's going to get chilly as we go toward the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Forecast not a whole lot of rain through Wednesday night. In fact, most of that rain was with that system earlier today. We will see another chance of rain as we go into later on Wednesday, and we'll fine-tune that rain forecast for you in a bit. 63 was our high today. 56 was the low this morning. We'll go below that tonight, certainly below that. Just trace amounts of precipitation with the rain that moved through earlier this afternoon. Here is the Forecast map pulling that rain and cold front to the east will settle into a clear sky overnight, which will allow the temperatures to drop down considerably tonight with the passage of that cold front. It will be a mostly sunny Tuesday, and then clouds build in on Wednesday. Later in the day on Wednesday, you'll see a system develop out to our west that will bring in some more rain chances for us into Wednesday night across the area. Forecast for tonight, looking at clear skies, chilly as that cold front moves through, upper 20s to the north, low 30s to the south with the clear skies. On Tuesday, I don't buy into rain being around. I will think we will see a mostly sunny day. High temperatures will be in the mid to upper 40s. Tuesday night, again, I don't think we're going to see that rain-snow mix that's indicated here on the map. I think we will see clouds build into the area, and I guess with the clouds, maybe a sprinkle or flake or two of snow could be possible. Nothing that will be a big deal. Overnight lows in the mid-30s on Tuesday night. Wednesday, we will see the chance of rain come back into the forecast. High temperatures in the mid to upper 40s. And then watch the temperature plummet. High temperatures will be in the 40s through Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving night, low into the mid-20s. We will see the 30s for highs through the weekend, lows into the teens. Next Monday, we even struggle to get to 30 degrees. Chance of some snowflakes falling on Saturday. That's your forecast. Sports is next. Stay with us.
At the First National Bank, we're proud to be a part of this community, serving you with dedication and a smile.
Our team is here to support you, offering financial solutions to meet your needs.
Whether saving for your future, financing your dreams, or managing your everyday banking, we're here to help.
Thank you for choosing the First National Bank.
And as proud supporters of our local teams,
we wish you the best of luck this season.
The First National Bank, your local bank, supporting our local athletes. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You need to be mindful that when you're out, maybe doing a little tree pruning or shaping, or kids climbing in the tree, building tree houses, whatever, look up, make sure there's no power lines in or near the area. And even after the storm or after a wind event or something like that, where a limb may be falling down or hanging in the tree, make sure to look and there's no utility lines near that. And if there is, call us. We'll come take care of it. We'll get that down. We'll get things cleared up.
Welcome back. Time to finish up tonight with a look at sports. We begin with high school playoff football from this past weekend in semifinal action. In Class 2A, kind of the last remaining team from our area, Johnston City falls to Maroa Forsyth 41-22. So Maroa will now take on Chicago Christian in the championship game in Class 2A this weekend. In Class 3A, Monticello beat Tolono Unity 23-20. They'll now play Lombard Montini for the 3A championship. In Class 4A, Normal University, who eliminated Alney from the postseason, they fell to Mount Zion in the semis 21-14. So Mount Zion will play Chicago DePaul for the 4A championship. Also in Class 1A, Belleville Althoff will play Lena Winslow for the state title this weekend. Girls high school basketball from a busy weekend. Salem wins the DeCoin tip-off tournament, beating Pinckneyville in the championship game 48-43. At the Paris tournament, Alney lost to T-Town 67-19 and to North Vigo out of Indiana 54-41. Elsewhere, Fairfield beat Flora 34-32. Weber over Red Hill 40-38. Vincennes Reveille over Lawrenceville 61-23, and Wayne City beat Alvarado Ziegler Royalton 43-24. And a rough weekend of college hoops this weekend. The Wabash Valley men fell to Mineral Area 74-64. The WVC women lost for the first time. They fall to a fellow nationally ranked team in Shelton State 91-83. Meanwhile, the Alney Central men lost to Three Rivers 85-59, and the OCC women lost to Kaskaskia 61-53. High school boys basketball gets underway here this week. That's going to do it for us tonight. We'll see you back here for more news tomorrow night, or of course as breaking news and weather happens. I'm Kyle Peach from all of us at News Channel 15. Thanks for watching and have a great night.
News Channel 15, winner of the Intercollegiate Broadcasting System Award for the nation's best community college TV station.